So, this episode, I would like to talk about the sentence that was in the book Have the Courage to Be Disliked, or something like that. I actually cannot remember the title right now. But the specific sentence I would like to talk about is you don't need to be reborn, you need to be renewed. And I would have liked to talk about this sentence and the meaning of it in the past two episodes, but I have forgotten it. I have simply forgotten it every time. So now I decided to just make a complete episode about it. We'll see how long it's gonna be. We'll see how it goes. It could be other topics are coming up. That would not surprise me. So this sentence really struck me a lot because I have struggled with this specific topic myself, and I have also discussed it a bit before in this podcast in some of the earlier episodes about change, because I have been struggling about thinking, well, do the thing about identity as well and personality, do you need to change completely into a new different person? Are you able to do that, or can you still be the same you but not you? I have struggled with these questions, and this gives me a more clearer view upon how to look upon it, to say that you do not need to be reborn, you need to be renewed. And not the example, but a way that he explains it, the book is between a youth and a philosopher. The way the philosopher explains it in the book is that you might look at another person and be like, damn, I would like to be this guy or this girl because that person is amazing. But the thing is, you will never become this person. And the thing is, you should never want to be reborn as this person or need to be reborn. The thing is that you should accept yourself for who you are, because you are good enough, you are amazing with the traits, and you are unique and special the way that you are. That's the standpoint. And from there on, you will have, or not have to, but you can do the chase to superiority, which means that you will start to renew yourself because you are chasing better things for yourself. You are starting, I've talked about this before, starting to become healthier, to exercise more, to get a stronger mentality and perhaps even psychology, or a stronger psyche, because you are evolving. You are being renewed. So the way that I have started to see this in some kind of metaphors is that it is like the snake who are shedding his skin. So when you come from this standpoint and you want to change, you start to renew yourself. You start to work with yourself, and you start to loosen up the old habits, the old skin that you have, and you will shed it. And then there will be a new perspective, a new standpoint where you are at, where you will have grown, where you will have evolved, maybe even have become tougher. And as you keep on going on this journey, you will keep shedding skins multiple times, more and more. And at some point, you will be an even more amazing person than you was before, and you will actually start to like yourself because you have shed all these old skins that you had, and now there's a new you standing. And at some point, that you that you're proud of right now, you would look back on and you will think, wow, I really had a lot to learn at that point of time. And you will shed that skin again, and just keep shedding skins. If you get it, you get it. I hope you get it. And the way that I also see it is a bit silly, but I've played a lot of Pokemon, so I see it also as an evolution. So you maybe I should take this with one of my favorite Pokemons and also one of the most popular one as being the Charmander evolution. Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard. So Charmander evolves into Charmeleon, and Charmeleon evolves into Charizard. No matter what, you cannot change that. You cannot have Charmander evolve into a Blastoise, so to say. That will never happen. So if you start as a Charmander, you can never become a Blastoise, but you can become a Charizard instead. So you don't have to change yourself into something that you cannot be, never will be, or don't want to be. But you can change into the things that you want to be, and the things that maybe not destined to be, but the things that you choose you want to be. So this means that you don't need to become a whole different person, but you need to, first of all, work on your weaknesses, where you where you are going short, I should say. So it might be that your discipline is not that great. Well, then you have to work on your discipline, because a lot of these core values, discipline, humility, courage, vulnerability, and so on, honesty, these core values are like muscles. They need to be trained, they need to be worked for them to become stronger, for you to be able to use them more, and also being able to use them for bigger challenges. So that means you need to challenge yourself and challenge your core values. You need to be more honest, you need to be more courageous, and you need to be more disciplined. And the way that I see it is that the more that you train all these things, you kind of train it all at the same time. The unique personality that you are about to evolve and to become. So you need to train that. As like in Pokemon, you need to level up to become stronger. And you also level up different skills, which is also what you need to do in person. You need to develop new skills and become stronger. And I had something that I wanted to say, and now I can't remember what it is. I hate when that happens. So I think that it is doable for everyone to renew themselves. And this is also taking into consideration that you should not change into a completely new, different person. I think this was what I wanted to tell. But you have to work on your weaknesses, and you have to work on your strengths as well, not only your weaknesses. You still have to cultivate your strengths, because these things are also unique to you. Just you. The things that makes you you are unique to you. So you need to keep enhancing you to become better and to grow, to renew yourself. Work, as I just said, work on the places where you are weak, but also cultivate and work with your strengths to keep increasing those. So keep increasing the overall you, to renew yourself, to keep shedding skin, to keep level up and keep evolving into a better you. The chase for superiority. Hope you get it. I think it's really, really interesting. And one thing about this is that I have still not thought much about how long this would take. In the book that I finished it actually, the book from the Danish elite soldier, think as a warrior, is the direct translation of the title of the book by Lars Møller, is he called. He says that it takes long time. But the thing is, yeah, it takes long time to train your mentality and all these things, but there is the process, and in the process you will grow and you will move forward. So maybe there's a certain place that you want to be, certain things you want to do, but during the process, going towards these goals and places you want to be, you will grow and you will move from place to place. So you will see movement. I cannot find the word right now. That you will see yourself changing and evolving in the process. So in the short run, you might not see a lot of results, a lot of gains, you might say. But in the long run, when you are looking at it at bigger intervals and more time has passed since you looked at it, you will start to see results that you have moved quite a bit, quite far from where you started. Because it's also a matter of time. So yes, it takes long. It takes time to get better. But the thing is also that this is a work for the rest of your life. So maybe there's a place that you want to be, but the thing is that is only a step on the way, because there is no end goal when it comes to personal growth. It is about always keeping evolving, keep developing, keep growing, and to keep becoming a better person with great core values that you train so that they will be there for you when you need them the most. Maybe not every time, but more often than compared to yesterday, compared to a week ago, compared to a month ago. So that you can always, or maybe not always, so that you can rely on them as often as possible to help you in hard times as well. Because there will be hard times, believe me. But when you get stronger, when you train yourself and when you challenge yourself all the time, these times will get fewer and fewer where it is hard and when it is tough, because you will at some point start running on autopilot, where you will just be a disciplined ass motherfucker that will just keep doing a lot of crazy things, because that's just what you do. And things that you thought was hard, when you have done them for a certain amount of time, they're not hard anymore. You just do them. And then you start doing new hard things. And with time, they will become easy as well. And you will keep adding more and more, building more and more and more. And at some point, you will just, as I said, be a hard-ass motherfucker because you're doing all these crazy things in other people's eyes. And you're just like, well, this is just my normal life, my daily life, because you're growing, you're challenging yourself, and that's kind of amazing in some way. And I believe this is doable for everybody, for every single one on this planet Earth. Everyone can grow in some aspect. No one is perfect, and no one is at their best all the time. Everyone can grow. Everyone has a place to develop themselves, to get better. So it's just about doing what you would like to get better at. Start there. Start small. And with time, you will find that you can do more and more. And you will surprise yourself and you will be proud of yourself for achieving these things that you thought was not possible. But it is. And you just have to keep on going because you can. I know you can. I believe in you. And I actually believe in myself now that I can do these things that I want. Because I do agree, it takes time. And one thing that was also mentioned to me quite in a coincidence was that I was listening to a radio program when I was home at my parents. You could call it a debate radio program where people are sending in the issues that they are facing, and then there's a panel, 3 celebrities and a host, and the 3 celebrities are discussing what they think this person should do with the problem, and then they come with an answer they give to this person. So they were talking about, the problem was a girl in her 30s, I believe in her early 30s, that was living in the capital in Copenhagen, in Denmark, and would like to move back to where she was from, out at the countryside. But she was single, and she was fearing that there would be less singles in the area where she came from and where she wants to move back to. So that she was afraid that it would be harder to find love and a partner back there compared to in Copenhagen, where there are more singles and generally more people living. So they talked about it, they discussed it, and I think they ended up saying that she should stay and do her, okay, I cannot remember what it was, but now I remember there were actually 2 things that really struck me when they debated it. One of the things was that one of the guys said that we believe that everything should happen in a certain way and at a certain time. So that you should graduate from school, you should take an education, and you should get a job, and you should get a partner, you get a house, you get kids, you get a car, you get a dog, and so on. And life just keeps moving. And this all happened in your 20s and 30s. But the thing is, life does not goes this way for everyone. This is the way that we think life should go. The culture and how we see it in society, that everyone should live. But everyone is not going to live this way. Maybe because of choice, or maybe because it's just not happening that way for everyone. Which is something that I have never thought about, but makes a lot of sense. That, of course, everything does not happen for everyone at the same time. Of course, it makes sense. We are not machines. Everything is not set. We are living in a dynamic world where every choice that we make have some certain consequences. And people don't make the same choices. And everything don't happen for everyone at the same time. It's obvious. But we just believe that still, that when I am this old, I should have this, and this, and things should be like this. But it's not certain that it's going to be that way, which is crazy. And it's the same with success, that it does not happen for everyone in their early 20s. Success can happen in your 50s. And for the guy who made KFC or started KFC, I cannot remember how old he was, but he was very old. I don't know if it was in his 60s or in his 80s that he started to getting success. And then you can say, well, that's a shame when you're that old and only getting success then. And what about people who are dead, who get success after they're dead? Well, that's another point that I'm thinking about right now. It's not about the result. It's about the progress. It's not about the result, the reward that you get for the things that you do. It's about the progress, that it makes you feel alive, that you are doing something with your life that you find purposeful. That's the goal. To have something that makes you want to get out of bed and live another day. That you can live with purpose, with meaning, and with interest, and being inspired doing what you do. It's not the result that you get, the success, the money, the fame, the popularity, the power, if you get that. It's the progress of getting there. And when you have gotten there, well, there's a new place to go. And in the book that I was reading, he also talked about that when it comes to development of people, in our early life, in our first 20 years, we try to learn as much as possible and develop as much as possible. But when we get in our 20s and we get settled, it might be in our 30s now because we are getting later and later. But at some point, we usually get settled at something, a job, a house, a partner, and such. And then we stop developing ourselves. Then we just have all these things that we're just doing, and it's just going in the same circle for almost for the rest of our lives, at least for the majority of our lives, for like the next 40 years or so. But we should still keep developing ourselves to keep getting better and keep getting mentally stronger and physically stronger, which is what I believe. That was a side note. So the point was that everything does not happen towards everyone at the same time. And everyone does not get the same thing as well. So and then there came another point from one of the other guests who said that instead of her waiting for the next partner or the perfect partner, so to say, she should start taking interest in herself and do what she wants to do. Because when she does what she wants to do, she have a own thing going on for herself, an interesting life that is more attractive to other people instead of her just sitting and waiting. Because when she's just sitting and waiting, she will signaling that out to everyone else, and people will feel that. Instead, she will have a very active life where she's doing things and she's happy about it because she enjoys it. And that will be the signal out to other people, and that will be more attractive. This don't only works for women, it especially works for men. That men and women will be more attractive when they have their own thing going on in their life and they are satisfied with their life, with themselves, and doing what they want to do because they love it and they enjoy it. So see it in this way, that you have an ice cream. That is your life. The ice is your life, the things that you do and the things you want to do. And when a partner comes, there will just be set a little cherry on the top. Boop. To make the ice cream better, yes. But if you take away the cherry, it will still be ice cream, which is good even without the cherry. It will only be the cherry on the top. Instead, where you will have, when you're sitting and waiting, your cup will be empty. There will be nothing. So when there come a partner, there will come a lot of ice cream down in that, and it will be amazing. But if that partner leaves, there will be no ice cream again, and you'll be completely empty. You will sit with an empty cup and be like, I need more ice cream, and start chasing new partners and such things, and it will not be good. I hope you get the metaphor, the analogy here, that when you have your own thing going on in your life, things that you like and things you enjoy, you are more attractive to other people, and you are enjoying your life even without a romantic partner, which is amazing. I can only recommend, if you have a romantic partner, it can work out still. It doesn't only have, you don't have to be single to do your own thing. You are just two about it. So the thing about a relationship, the way that I see it, is that it's two individuals that are living their lives together to, how should I say, living their life together to enhance both people into something bigger. It could say something in the words like that 1 + 1 gives 3. Not in the sense of a baby. It could be, but in the sense that you can achieve more together than you can alone. That's a good relationship. If not, if your relationship is not like that, it's not a good relationship. If your partner is hindering you for doing what you want to do, for achieving your dreams, it's not a good relationship. That is not supporting you. You should choose a partner, you should choose friends as well that are supporting you in what you want to do. If they are not good matches for you as friends or partners. And you should not spend time with them. I believe, at least. It's tough, I know that, but it's reality. And if you want to have the best for yourself, you should not spend time with people that are trying to tear you down. But you should spend your time with people who are trying to build you up. And not help you tear yourself down, but help you build yourself up. Supporting you and not acting against you. So the point is, everything is not happening on the same time. It happens when it happens. So what you should do in the meantime, you should do the things that you like and the things that you enjoy, that gets you up in the morning and wants you to make living your life, and keep yourself being inspired every day to do things, maybe even do new things, do the things that you have always done. That might be the most important thing. Being inspired in a way that you are still able to do the things that you have always done, which are good. Not keep doing things that are bad habits, but keep doing things that are good for yourself. Because I can agree to this, in the long run, it's not going to be very exciting to be living healthy and to exercising. When you do things a lot, they become mundane. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just how the brain works. That things you do in the long run just becomes what they are, not anything special. So that's the thing. To keep being inspired to do the things to do new things and the things that you have always done that are good for yourself. Remember that it has to be good for yourself. Otherwise, you should not do it. Things that are not supporting you, it doesn't matter what it is. Habits, friends, partners, I don't know what else. If it's not supporting you, you should not be doing it. I was almost about to say, I don't care what it is. But I mean, yeah, it's up to you. I would say if it doesn't support you, you should not spend, at least not a lot of mental time on it. You decide if you want to spend physical time on it. I think you should not, or minimum at least as possible. So this took a little bit of a turn compared to what it would be about. But I think that it's it's in pretty good relation to the topic, to renew yourself, that you should do what you want to do. This doesn't mean that you should just keep doing. Maybe you have some addictions. You should not just keep doing those because you want to. Because this is about your deepest desire, what it is that you desire the most. It could be a partner, a good partner that you would like to spend the rest of your life with. It could be that you would like to have a lot of money. And it could be that you would like to use those money on a lot of vacations or a lot of material things, a big house, a big car. Maybe it will even give you status and maybe even fame in some way. And to achieve that, you either have to be a son of a lucky bastard or you have to work hard. And the way that I see it, these things that I've just mentioned should not be your goal, what you want to achieve, because they are very not fragile, but empty goals to chase, because they will not fulfill you in the long run. They might fulfill you in the short run, but when it comes to fulfillment, these are not very good metrics to measure your fulfillment. Fulfillment, I believe, comes from a lot of the things that I have talked about in this podcast, both today and before, which is the good core values to become a good person and to help others in the way that you can help others. I am not sure anymore how I would like to help others. What I still want to do is that I want to keep growing and be the best person that I can be. I'm encouraged to see at every given moment, but I know that it's going to be hard to achieve because even I get tired and even I get in a bad mood. So, because I'm not perfect, like no one is. So I can still have the goal to be the best version of myself at every given point of time, because there will be circumstances where it will be hard to be that. But to try to be the best that I can do at that time, I think that is enough. And then I would like to help other people in achieve what they want. And maybe even open their eyes to see things in a new way that could benefit them. And this is completely in my own opinion. So I should also be careful not to force anything down upon people that they don't want. But why I feel this way is because that the things that I had done for myself the past many years have helped me immensely to grow as a person. And this scheme that I have made for myself on how I want to live is still making me grow as a person. And I will not sit with this for myself because I believe that it can help other people, that it can help everybody else. I believe that. But as I just mentioned, I cannot force it down on people. I can only speak aloud about it and see if anyone resonates with it. That's what I can do. For now, at least. So maybe in time it will be different. Only time will tell. It's I feel like for the past week I have seen, both in the books that I have looked in and written in, and also the short amount of time I have been on social media. Usually it's Alex Hormozi that's coming up, where he's like in his tweets and reels, when he's like, well, everybody can be successful. You just have to do this, and then wait 8 years or 10 years, and then you're successful. So it's about doing some certain things that will make you a good person, make you a winner, as he say, and then keep doing these things for 8 or 10 years, and you will be winning. You will be successful. And the thing is, the consistency for that amount of time is hard for a lot of people because it gets boring and it gets tough and it gets hard at some point. And that is where people's mentality and their will towards how much they want it is tested. And the more you do it, the more mundane and the more of a habit it will become, and you will just keep doing it. That's pretty interesting. So I think that I will, on that note, end this episode. I hope it was not too confusing. There was a bit of going here and there, but I think that it was pretty interesting. The things that I listened to in that radio program, it was not for a long period of time, but that dilemma and those points of view was really interesting to me because I agree with them. And as I said, this about not to be reborn, but to be renewed, have also clarified a lot to me of things that I had questions about. And I'm not questioning it that much anymore because it makes sense to me now. And yeah, I will just keep doing my thing, I guess. Keep renew myself. So, with that, I hope that you enjoyed this episode, and I will hope to see you in the next one. Bye.